So here's the character creation screen in Diablo 3. We got Barbarian, Demon Hunter, Monk, Witch Doctor, and Wizard. And on all of these classes you can easily switch what gender you want them to be. So I've played these other classes, so this time I'm going to make a Monk. We'll just jump into a game here. Alright, the way skills work for...
I smell fear and death. The fallen star is near.
The way skills work for each class is rather different, so let's look at what we got here. Looks like Monk uses Spirit as their kind of energy pool. And it looks like these skills will generate Spirit, and these other ones all spend it. And it seems kind of like the way the Wizard works, except I don't think his basic moves generate. Arcane is his pool. His just regenerates quickly. Hopefully these skills will get more interesting as we go on, so let's try to get some levels on us. Oh, nice demonstration of the physics engine there. I love ragdolls.
The fallen star has upset the balance of this land. I seek it.
It fell on the old cathedral. There was only one survivor, Leah. You should speak with her.
Captain Rumford, more dead are coming.
We can't open the gates until we drive them back.
They keep coming!
I've never seen anyone fight like that before. Guards, open the gates! You'll find Leah at the Slaughtered Calf Inn.
Burn those corpses before they rise again.
Interesting feature of D3 is uses a checkpoint-based system. As you saw, I just got a checkpoint. If I left right now and came back in, it would put me back at that gate where I was. It's not like Diablo 2, where whenever you quit, it drops you into town the next game you play. It's actually pretty cool. I like that feature.
Are you Leah? Rumford said you survived the fallen star.
I did, but it blasted my uncle Deckard Cain into the depths of the old cathedral. I tried to search for him, but the dead were already rising. I came back here to rally the militia, but... Watch out! The wounded are turning!
My strength has increased.
This is killing
awesome.
business.
Alright, we just got a new skill here, so let's see what we unlocked. So here are our 6 skill slots, and the number on there is when they are available to us. Right now we only have 2. Something that's kind of annoying is skill descriptions are very vague unless you hit control like this, and then you get the full details. To me, Mantra of Evasion is kind of better, but we'll try them both. Thing I like is the game seems to reward.
We've been under siege for 6 days now. Uncle Deckard is still missing. Captain Rumford and the others are losing hope. I tell them not to lose faith, but if help doesn't arrive soon... The dead will overwhelm us all, unless something is done.
I will send them back to their graves. I will save your town.
Thank you. You should speak with Captain Rumford at the gate. He can tell you what to do.
Just a little info about the beta.
16 militiamen went
The
out.
level cap is 13, and you can get through the beta pretty quickly. It's not very hard. The difficulty is actually pretty low. I kind of hope they change that, but whatever, I won't be one of those guys.
I will help you fight the risen dead.
I admire your courage, but Captain Dalton and the militia were slaughtered by those things. Only I survived.
That will not be my fate.
Well, I have seen you fight. Strike at the wretched mothers and their queen. They're the ones vomiting out these horrors.
They're attacking the barricades!
That's one of the wretched mothers. There are more of them in the ruins down the road.
The thing I like is when you kill a new monster type, it gives you this lore down here. Let's listen to it.
I, Deckard Cain, have spent many years traveling and writing about the strange creatures in our world, but the sight of the wretched mothers still haunts me. They are the remnants of Queen Asilla's slaughtered handmaidens who were twisted by foul magic. Now they feast upon cadavers and regurgitate them as newly formed, risen dead.
So I picked up a cloth tunic back there. I'm gonna go ahead and put that on. As you notice, our character is a little less naked now. Maybe. We got a skirt, I guess.
My wounds are closing.
Let's listen to the lore here.
I will never forget the first time I saw these horrors shambling out of the misty woods. Our loved ones, buried long ago, rose from their graves and began to attack the living. However, the risen dead were only the beginning.
Generally the way CAIN'S lore entries go is, oh my god, this is the worst thing ever. I'm scared of it. The lore entry for the Quill Fiend is a little different. It's a different guy. I don't know his story, but he's kind of funny.
Dear reader, I am Abd al-Hazir, adventurer, scholar, and researcher. I share my knowledge of this incredible world and its creatures through my insightful missives.
That
often
ability
at
is
grave
not
risk
yet
to myself.
recharged.
Why, I was recently in Honduras, where my tents were ransacked by vicious quill fiends. I was able to beat them off with a shoe, but a less bold man would have fared far worse.
I like that they brought the Quill Fiends back from D2. Monsters like that. These watermelons are smashing. Alright, now that we've been using Blinding Flash for a while, let's switch it. I kind of think this Mantra of Evasion moves better, in general. So yeah, you can switch your skills at any time, but they have this 30-second cooldown until you can use them. And you can't switch them again while they're under that cooldown. You also can't use them while they're under the cooldown. I like the health elixir. Better. Let's keep going. Potions in this seem to be more for emergencies.
Utah has raised me to new heights.
Let's check out that kick move. So yeah, skills in this seem to be based off of your weapon damage. It's not like Diablo 3 where you're a sorceress and your blizzard move is based entirely on your level of blizzard and its synergies. It's actually based on what weapon you're carrying, which I think is interesting. I kind of like it, but we'll see where they go. This lashing tail kick moves looks like it has a little bit of AoE, so let's try that. Of course, we have to wait for the cooldown on switching skills. Oh look, a dungeon. Dungeon locations appear to be random in this, but although the dungeons are not random.
Did those creatures steal the treasure?
Oh, here's a boss. That one's pretty cool. Let's do another thing. I like that move. I think I'm gonna keep it. But as I was saying, the dungeons I've run into seem to be designed. They aren't randomly generated like in Diablo, although, now I mean Diablo 2, but their locations are random. Like, I've been through here before, and this well was a dungeon, whereas that house wasn't. It's interesting. It also comes up with random events, which hopefully we'll run into later. Now this is my first time through as a monk, so I've played all of the other
ruins
classes.
of old Tristram. The shadow of Diablo still hangs over this place.
Wow, we got a knuckle upgrade. You can right-click items to equip them immediately. Upgrade here. That raised my DPS quite a bit. Alright, let's quit standing here getting Now you'll see over here on my map it tells me where I need to go, but this is old Tristram. I like to explore because there's usually this dungeon here, which I like to go into. Up here we've got another boss. And then you'll notice that the minions also have knockback on them. In Diablo 2, usually just the boss had the special ability. That gets me every time. A lot of people have ragged on the graphics in this, saying that the gore and stuff is worse, but, or more cartoony. I like the style. That kick move is pretty good. Just making sure there's nothing else around here that's interesting. Yeah, sometimes there's a chest, not this time. Over here is our first waypoint. I was gonna say activate automatically when you come near them, which is an improvement, kind of.
Thank you for your help, but could you talk some sense into Leah? She won't give up on the idea of rescuing her uncle.
Nor should she. I will help her find him.
There's lots of smaller quests in this. I like that.
Come, let us search for your uncle.
We'll need to open the cathedral first. The guards locked it up before they were ambushed. Rumford told me they fought their way back to ADRIA'S hut. The key must still be there. Here, let me open the gate. Adria was my mother, but I don't know much about her. She died when I was very young. I was raised by Uncle Deckard.
What happened to your father?
I'm told he was a great warrior who was lost when Tristram fell to the demons. Look! A hidden cellar! Follow me!
Your mother's secrets are here.
People said she was a witch, but I never believed it. Captain Dalton!
Ah, there you just saw a guy freeze me when he died. I've run into guys with frozen minions a few times, and it's kind of funny. They'll die and freeze you, but I kind of like it. It's funny.
Here's the key, and my mother's journal. What I've seen of it is disturbing. I want to know more about her, but that can wait. We need to save Uncle Deckard first.
I will find your uncle. Stay here and find out what you can.
Thank you.
Aiden came to me last night. I suspected what was lurking within his troubled heart. I consoled him as best I could. Regardless, wherever he's headed, hell will surely follow in his wake. The shadows close in on Tristram once again. But like Aiden, I'll get dawn before they fall.
Be at peace.
Nothing worth putting on.
Not enough spirit. Tristram Cathedral. The star fell here. My strength has increased.
Alright, let's see what we got here. Wow, that looks interesting. Let's try that.
I must wait to use that ability.
Still on cooldown.
The star fell here. That ability is not yet recharged. The endless tide.
I like these bonus XP things you get here.
The grotesques may seem slow and senseless, but they hide many dangers within their hideously malformed bodies. A set of spikes lurks beneath the monster's flesh, and foul parasites nest within them. It is said that these horrors themselves are constructed by a greater evil, a darkness that I cannot even fathom.
Your flaws are revealed.
Oh, there we go. Just got a massacre there. The other ones I know is you get bonus for killing lots of enemies at once with some trap in a dungeon, like you saw I did with this chandelier back there. And also killing lots of enemies, you get a massacre, which you just got. And the other one is just breaking shit.
Break beneath the endless tide.
I think the best massacre I got is something like 90 as a wizard in the Jar of Soul Events, which is probably easy to get, I don't know, but it's a really good thing. I hope you run into that. I'm going to switch my skill back to Fists of Thunder because I like that better.
I must wait to use that ability.
Well, it's on cooldown. We'll just use the regular attack. A lot of classes have that basically free.
That ability is not yet
generator
recharged.
Move that seems like it replaces what would be your regular attack if this was like Diablo 2.
It is not ready yet.
Which I like because Diablo 2 never used your regular attack. I like all the old town portal and identify scrolls that fall out of the bookshelves. Pay attention this time. Ah, you couldn't really see him. Yeah, this one kicks way more ass than that other one.
Thought we could keep the dead trapped here. Akarat, save me.
Oh, sweet. Segments for YouTube. That looks like where I need to go.
Foul minions, stay back! Back! May this wedge hold.
The
Skeleton King.
The power of the fallen star awakened me, and soon all will suffer as I have suffered. Gods, bring me his bones!
It's like tells a story.
Thank you, but why did you risk yourself for me?
It was not your time, old man. Come, Leah is waiting for you.
Oh, it is wonderful to hear that Leah is well. I feared the worst. I learned of this secret passage through old maps I found. We must discuss the fallen star. Follow me to Tristram.
Uncle, you're alive!
Thanks to you and your friend here.
Time runs short. Tell me what you know of the fallen star.
Not much, I'm afraid, though the prophecy of the end days surely points to it as a sign that the end has begun.
Please, Uncle, not more of your stories. All that matters now is that you're back.
My mind is stronger.
We leveled up again. That looks like it would be helpful in co-op, but probably not here. We'll try it anyways.
The Skeleton King was once our beloved lord, Leoric. He was driven mad by Diablo's evil. He lost both of his sons and his very soul before he was finally defeated. Now it seems he's risen to plague this land once again.
Nonetheless, the Skeleton King bars my path to the fallen star.
The key to defeating him lies in his old crown. Seek out our blacksmith, Hadrig. He knows of its whereabouts. Leah, you should not dismiss the signs so lightly. Do you not believe the evidence of your own eyes?
Horrors have visited Tristram before, and it endured.
But what of the texts? The Zakharum tomes warn of a falling star. The Herodric scroll spoke of the dead rising, and the Lord of Lies. The prophecy of the end days says that at the end of all things, the first sign shall appear in the heavens.
Yes, you've been telling me about the texts since I was 8 years old, Uncle. I just don't think we should read too much into them.
Don't touch anything unless you're buying it. I like to keep my inventory clean.
Dumping some vendor trash here. I like that you can right-click to sell things.
Leah spent all night alongside the blacksmith's wife, tending the wounded.
What? She was out defending the gates this morning. What is driving that woman?
Did you hear? Old Rumford has us down to half rations. How are we supposed to fight if we're starving?
The rest of the town is down to quarter, including my wife. But you can quit if you want.
Blacksmith, Deckard Cain said you could help me find the crown of Leoric.
Not now. It's my wife. She's locked in the cellar like all those who've been bitten. I'm to put them all down. But how can I kill my own wife?
It is regrettable, but it must be done. I will help you.
Thank you. Follow me. Friends, I'm sorry.
This must be done.
Mira, my love, forgive me.
Hedrig, help me!
I couldn't have done this without you. I'm in your debt. My name is Hedrig Aemon.
As it happens, I am looking for King Leoric's crown. Perhaps you know of it.
I can help you there. It's buried with his Chancellor, my grandfather. You'll find his tomb in a cemetery in the Weeping Hollow. And if you see my fool apprentice out there, tell him to get back to town.
I'm going to ditch this Breath of Heaven move, because it kinda sucks. In this situation, at least. If I was playing with other people, it might be pretty good.
There's a big pack coming this time. Stand your ground!
I must wait to use that ability.
Scavengers are ugly, pathetic creatures who survive off of carrion and corpses, too diseased to attract any other carnivores. I did once meet a raggedy fellow who claimed that he had trained one of the beasts to bring him large rats to him. But I'm sure the story is utter nonsense.
Kinda wish they had like an announcer or something.
The blacksmith's apprentice is dead. I should tell Hedrig when next we meet. This fight is over. I don't have enough spirits.
That looks interesting. Can't really abuse it for cooking.
This fight is over.
Yes. Ooh, here we've got some elites. They're like champions from Diablo 2. They also have... I guess no voiceover for that. but I'm already full health.
A vicious strike!
Demons have been known to devour their own young when no other nourishment is available. Their offspring, the imps, sometimes manage to flee and band together with other demon spawn. They rove in vicious packs, ready to descend upon the unwary traveler and rip his body to shreds with their tiny needle-sharp teeth.
The gods strike through me. The gods strike through me.
Ah, looks like we've come on a random event.
Grave robbers have defiled my tomb. Now my husband writhes in torment because I do not rest at his side. Return my bones so that we may rest in peace.
Alright, we'll just get to them. Get some leech. Oh, these guys are give him back the bones.
Now the dead can rest.
Shit, that looks way better than Dashing Strike.
The crown is not here. I must search one of the other crypts.
Kinda like those that take you back to the dungeon without having to go back to town. Let's try our stuff. More or less. Move uses a ton of spirit. Oh, look at this. Basically, you kick these guys' ass and leave them. As such.
Some devious little goblins have been robbing our merchants. When pursued, they simply open portals and disappear with the most aggravating chuckle. The peasantry seem to believe that the goblins serve a great demon lord known as Greed. And furthermore, that their portals lead to Greed's domain. A ludicrous notion, truly.
The tragedies in these lands have left many restless spirits in their wake, and they demand retribution. These spirits will take out their vengeance on any unsuspecting individual who may pass, for they believe that the blood of the living will yet restore the lives that were ripped away from them.
It's not like this is where we need to be.
I don't have enough spirit.
Kind of reminds me of martial arts assassin, Diablo 2. Vaguely. try those.
I need spirit. Feel the wrath of Yitar! My burden is too great.
Oh crap. Crap, our inventory's full. Let's drop some garbage. Hopefully that'll do us.
The crown is near.
The unburied are formed from human corpses that were flung into mass graves without a proper burial. This hideous amalgamation of bodies decomposes together into one being, bound by some foul magic. For all my knowledge, I could only flee from it, and I would expect any other sensible person to do the same.
Break beneath the endless tide.
half allow you to bring that monster on the order back to the world.
That didn't work. Wow, I've never had him run. He just went through the wall. Sweet, now we got this skill right here that lets us go back to town instantly. Well, more or less. They got rid of town portal scrolls and instead you do that.
You found the crown. Truth be told, I didn't think you'd make it back alive. Ah, it needs repair. Should be no problem. It's good to work again. There. New as the day it was placed upon the Black King's head. I need something more than making spades to occupy my mind. I want my life to mean something.
As you should. You will craft for me weapons with which to carry out my sacred duty. I have other news. Your apprentice is dead.
Fool boy. Hope for the worst and you will not be disappointed. Thank you for the news.
I have the crown. Where is the Skeleton King?
Ah, at last. With it, you can unlock the sealed door in the room where you rescued me and enter the royal crypts. When you find the Skeleton King, place the crown atop his head and destroy him.
The Skeleton King lies at the heart of the imbalance in this land. I will end his reign and find the fallen star.
If I remember right, there's something in here. Huh.
I wish that Leia could live a different life, a more normal life. But alas, such is not her fate. When I pass, there is none but her to continue my work, and the future of this world hangs in the balance.
I worked my hands to the bone to bring you these fine goods.
I'm going to sell all of the non-magic items. Because now we're going to do a little crafting. Now I've already maxed out my apprentice to level 4. That's the highest you can get in the beta, so I can make some pretty decent things. But first, the way this works is you have to salvage magical and rare items in order to get better items. Or to craft items, I should say. So you just click on this dude and click your items, and over here it will tell you what you found from salvaging. Basically, regular magic items always drop subtle essence and have a small chance to drop this fallen tooth, which is like a next level crafting material. It's used for making rare weapons, whereas subtle only creates magic. We'll show you over here. So here's a basic item. Right here it shows you what you need. It says I have 9 subtle essences and I need 6, and I have 2 fallen tooth and I need 2. So we'll go and craft that. There's a little delay. I'm guessing it's to keep people from spamming it to re-roll the stats. So we get some pretty good stats on that, I think. The way this works is it shows you the base stat, so it guarantees 3 life per second and it gives you 3 random properties. So as you can see, we generate 3 life per second and get the 15% gold, damage to melee attackers, and extra experience for monsters. Those are our random abilities for this belt. Now, needless to say, this is a lot better than our old belt, so we'll equip that. Now, I'm going to go ahead and create other things for myself. So here we'll get 1 to 5 dexterity and 1 random property. It's a decent one, we'll keep that. Since our old bracers were magic, we'll salvage them real quick. Now I'm low on subtle essence, so what I'm going to do is go to my shared stash, which is shared across all of my characters, and grab some goodies. This here is a legendary salvage item, which you can't really do anything with in the beta, but I felt happy I got it. So I'm going to make myself some armor here. See, you get some vitality in 1 property. That's almost perfect. And I only have 4 subtle essence left, so let's see what else I can get. There's the stuff I'm under level 4. Ooh, not enough. Let's see if I can get a weapon. Since I'm right on the edge of level up, I think that might be worth getting. The question is, do I get 2 of these or 1 of those? I'll get 2 of them so I can use them now. Nice. So while we're here, let's look at these stats real quick. It gives you an explanation when you hover over. I think, yeah, for monks, dexterity is important, and vitality is important for pretty much everybody. Strength increases armor, dexterity dodge chance, intelligence increases your health globe life, vitality increases your overall life. Salvage this real quick. I'll put this good stuff back in my shared stash.
I worked my hands to the bone to bring you these fine goods.
Now we'll get back to the action.
And I'm cursed. Once the captain of King Leoratine, I left only to honor my land and my king. No man has greater love for his king than I, as I drove my blade through his dark and corrupted heart.
Oh, that looks like it might be pretty good. Just switch to that.
That ability is not yet recharged. I must wait to use that ability.
Oh man, that is sick. Assassins so much.
It was Lazarus. Of that I am certain. He alone had the king's ear, and whispered dark and evil magics into it, instilling the notion of an imminent attack by Westmarch. Afraid to speak against the Archbishop, the councillors nodded their empty heads in agreement, and sent us off to die.
Overpowered now since I got those nice.
I will not accept this. It's not my time to die.
Jeez, this move is great. Handleads, look at that.
I don't have enough spirit. The gods strike through me.
It's amazing.
A vicious strike!
And this is dead end. like the full map that you can bring up just with tab. The map system in this is really good.
Maintain your incantation. You will Your magic is weakened. I am free. Now, back to my mission.
Who are you?
You will know soon enough. Help me find my gear. I will reward you well. Tell me, what brought you to this infernal place?
I must destroy the Skeleton King.
Then our aims align. The cultists traveled past this globe. What made it?
I've come here to find out.
Down this way. There are my weapons. He's free! Do not let him be off! I am Cormac, warrior of the Templar Order. If it is the Skeleton King you seek, then you will have to fight your way past John Dar. There is no reason we should hunt alone.
Agreed. Let us fight together.
Black magic bars our way, but the will of a Templar is stronger. You were a Templar, John Dar. How could you succumb to this? The cover is my brotherhood now. The powers we serve will control this world.
I don't have enough spirit.
Please forgive me. My vision was clouded by the Coven's evil magic.
Betrayal can never be forgiven. Thank you for your aid. I will go with you on your hunt for the Skeleton King. But there is one condition. If we find the sacred stones of my order, they are mine.
Your books have no worth to me. They are yours.
Then onwards we go. To fight the Skeleton King.
So here we get our first kind of like mercenary from D2, although they call them followers now.
Let us seek honor together.
It looks like they get abilities that you can use. You only get to use 2 in the beta because level cap's 13. You can change their weapon and shield, as well as jewelry.
What skill should I master?
I like the heal.
I would have chosen the same. There, a worthy foe.
I like the things the follower says.
When we returned from our horrific defeat in Westmarch, my beloved king lost all pretense of sanity. He seethed with rage, spitting curses upon us as traitors. With great sorrow.
What is this? I don't have enough spirit.
I will forever live in anguish for my last attempt to honor my king. As we lay him to rest in his burial chamber, he manifested as a hideous skeletal demon. Garrosh and my other knights were overcome at once, but I fought on. Keep your distance from him. This burden is mine to bear. May death bring peace from your madness, Leoric.
Traitors! Even in death, the armies of Condorus will still obey their king, even if you will not.
We shall put you down, Hellspawn!
Not enough spirit.
Defeat me!
You were defeated the moment you surrendered to madness.
Kakaroom high priests in Kurast proclaimed Leoric king of Kondurus many years ago. He ruled well until Diablo's influence drove him mad, and the loyal knight Lac Danan was forced to slay him. Afterward, Diablo himself raised Leoric from the dead as the Skeleton King, until the monarch's son, Aiden, vanquished him.
It looks like I found a rare ring here. I haven't found any rare rings before. One thing that's weird is some items require you to identify them. I don't know the logic or reasoning behind that. I think I heard before I got into the beta, there used to be identify scrolls that you have to use, but now it seems like it's just a delay spell, kind of like the way Town Portal works now. So let's go ahead and identify this. See, I cast that little spell there. That's not bad at all. And that is it for the Diablo 3 beta.